that our kids are safe. Our kids don't feel safe.
Right now at 6 o'clock, you heard some parents there making their concerns known about school safety. We'll tell you how the district and police are responding.
Two communities on edge after a string of purse thefts. What's being done to try and keep people safe?
Also, the search for a shooter continues after police said a man was shot inside his own kitchen. You can see that bullet hole in the screen. We'll have the latest from New Haven.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. First at 6, break out the sunscreen. Today is expected to be the warmest day of the week. Thanks so much for starting off your day here with us, America Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning. We might get well into the 80s. Dare I say, Matt Scott, maybe the warmest day of the year so far?
No, not even close.
Oh, wait, there was that one.
We had 90.
We hit 90?
Yeah.
Why do I not remember this?
Were you on vacation?
I think we were both on vacation.
Oh, is that why? Yeah, I wasn't here. I think so. There you go.
Yeah, we hit the hottest temperature on record in April, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hard no on that one.
That's fine.
But look, it's a taste of summer nonetheless as we get to 80 plus today. Here's the issue. Dry, breezy, hot, and that equals a fire danger. And there's really no rain coming anytime soon, so we expect this to continue. It's the low humidity and the gusty breezes we get later on, and it does increase the potential. So watch the burning embers and watch whatever you're lighting up out there. The radar picture, obviously quiet, a couple of high clouds out there. Temperatures are warm out of the gate from 45 in Meriden and Willimantic up to 59 in Groton at 6:01. A relatively light wind. Any breeze that kicks up later on helps that fire danger. Well, look at this, 80 degrees as the high schoolers get off the bus later on today. We go from a taste of summer right back into spring. We'll talk about the cool down coming up. Let's check the roads. Are they hot or cold? Lauren Zenzi, good morning.
As of right now, they're just right. Things are looking good out there. Matt, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Lots of road work getting ready to wrap up for the early morning commute. Let's bring you out to the Waterbury area. We've been seeing some off and on heavier volume on I-84 east and westbound. Now the eastbound side is looking pretty good. Westbound side as you're heading into the Mixmaster. You could tap the brakes a little bit, but as of right now, things are looking great right out in Waterbury. Route 8 is looking good as well. In Meriden, 691 eastbound, one lane is blocked between exits 1 and 5. This is due to some road work out there. And then as we move into our Hartford area, I-84 eastbound heading through the Hartford Tunnel, no heavy volume at this point. Things are looking good. Let's move on into our drive times. Heading down into Fairfield County, we are starting to see that heavier volume build in the southbound side of I-95, Bridgeport to Fairfield. Will take you about 15 minutes. As we take a live look out there, you can see, unfortunately, you're going to need some extra time. We'll check in again on the roads coming up at 6:30. For now, Tim and Erica, back over to you.
Lauren, thanks so much. A recent string of purse snatchings in North Haven and Hamden have made law enforcement increase their patrols there.
Yeah, Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Hamden this morning with the warning from police. Brooke, good morning.
Well, good morning to you both. Police say that this uptick has led them to go ahead and increase their patrols. They say that this should keep the criminals away from those parking lots if they know somebody is very obviously sitting there watching. Take a look at this video from North Haven Police. You can see just how quickly someone can steal the bag and drive away. That happening just within seconds. North Haven Police say the 84-year-old woman was targeted in the BJ's parking lot. This is happening in Hamden too. Police say a suspect got into a 60-year-old woman's car at Aldi and took her bag right out of the front seat. And then also happening last week, police say a suspect tried to take a purse off the shoulder of an 81-year-old woman while she was in the Kohl's parking lot. She ended up being treated for minor injuries. Now officers are encouraging women to park in well-lit areas. Remain alert while they're out and about and don't be on your phone. Don't ever leave your purse in your cart even for a second, and call 911 immediately if something happens. They say that's one of just a few of several things that you can do. They also say to keep your purse hidden, maybe under a coat if you can. Try to keep it very close to your body, or maybe not even carry one at all. And Hamden police say increasing patrols is just the first thing that they can do to try to stop these criminals. They say that they're also using special units and trying to get extra help, making sure that everybody stays safe. Live in Hamden, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thank you for that report. Let's go now at 6:04 to Middletown, where every school in the city went into a sort of modified lockdown for a time yesterday after some people tried to break into cars that were parked at both Spencer and Moody elementary schools. They called it Secure the Perimeter, which meant that for that time, nobody was allowed in or out of the schools. Now, police haven't found the people responsible yet, but they did say there is no threat to the community right now.
Well, this morning in New Haven, authorities are searching for whoever shot a man who was inside of his home. Police say it happened just before 10:15 p.m. on Mother's Day at a home on Lodge Street. That's where a 26-year-old man was shot while in his kitchen. His mother tells us he was actually cutting a cake when the bullet came through the house. He is now fighting for his life at the hospital. Neighbors we spoke with shared their feelings about their own safety.
It wasn't until I got older that I started feeling like maybe it's not the safest place to live because of the constant shootings. Knowing that it happened so close to me, there's a possibility, I don't know, my house could be next, my family could be next. I don't like thinking about that.
New Haven police are asking that anyone with information about the shooting on Lodge Street, please come forward.
At the state capitol, lawmakers are considering a bill that would require police officers to tell drivers why they're being pulled over. The state Senate voted unanimously last week to advance that proposal. Some legislators and citizens told us they thought this already was a law. One of them told us he got surprised after getting stopped by police.
You have to tell me why you stopped. And he looked at me and he said, no, I don't. By law, I don't have to tell you why I stopped you. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, no, this is a problem. We have to do something about this.
This is going to really help smooth over the relationship between law enforcement and minoritized communities where there has been a rift.
Well, supporters of the bill said these changes will benefit everyone.
Well, parents in Waterbury are concerned about safety when their children are in school.
Yeah, parents said they think more needs to be done to keep kids in city schools safe. This is after a month of recent incidents around the district. Got Fox 61's Lindsay Kane here with us in the studio to talk more about that. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Well, over the last month, there's really been a string of incidents that parents are concerned about. Many lockdowns for reports of weapons in the building. And in one of those incidents, there actually was a loaded gun that was brought into the school. Now, parents saying the district isn't doing enough to keep students safe in classrooms. And the district says parents need to learn how not to respond when they hear their child's school is in a lockdown. Just last week, 2 parents were arrested for entering Crosby High School during a lockdown. The school was on a lockdown while police were investigating the report of a weapon inside the building. Police said they found no weapon, but they did find 2 parents who entered the building. An investigation is still underway to determine how the parents got inside during that lockdown. But they entered the building after false rumors were spreading online about what was happening inside the school. On social media, parents were writing that students were injured in a stabbing. That, of course, was not true. But school officials are asking both parents and students not to share information that isn't validated by police or the school system.
That information created a lot of unrest, tears, anger, frustration, fear dominated at that point.
Not sharing information that isn't fact-checked or you're not 100% sure is accurate is really important. And, you know, seeing something on social media doesn't mean it's 100% accurate.
Parents in the meeting also asking the school district for new security measures like more police officers in the buildings and metal detectors at the doors, hoping if there are any weapons being brought to school, they're caught at the door and not in a classroom. Now, there wasn't a large parent turnout at that meeting, and school officials are hoping in the next safety meeting more parents will come to voice their concerns or suggestions. Coming up in the next hour, we hear from those parents who did speak out about what they would like to see done moving forward to make sure these incidents don't happen again. Tim and Erica, we'll send things back over to you.
Lindsay, thanks so much. All right, 6:09 right now, and new this morning in Waterbury, members of the city's Muslim community are asking for the school district to recognize Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr as official holidays. Now, they are expected to speak at an upcoming school board meeting on Thursday evening. Now, if you don't know, Eid al-Adha is a festival marking the peak of the annual pilgrimage to Mecca. Eid al-Fitr marks the end of the fasting in the month of Ramadan.
Well, today in Hartford, the governor is expected to talk about a plan to get more teachers in Connecticut classrooms. He's scheduled to speak alongside the labor and education commissioners at 11 o'clock this morning. He'll talk about what's actually a series of initiatives that the state is launching. Schools have been struggling to get their staffing back to pre-pandemic levels.